There's one food that, for decades, has left older adults across the United States wondering, should I eat it or avoid it? It's a food that shows up on breakfast tables everywhere. It's affordable, easy to prepare, and packed with nutrients, but it has also been labeled a risk for heart disease, high cholesterol, and even memory loss. We're talking about eggs. After age 65, our bodies go through major changes. The immune system weakens, bone density decreases, memory starts to fade, metabolism slows down, and the risk of heart disease rises. That's why what we eat, especially for breakfast, is no longer just food. It becomes medicine. It becomes the fuel that defines our quality of life moving forward. So here's the question: should eggs be a part of that daily fuel? For years, many were told to steer clear of eggs because of their cholesterol content. But today, the latest research is starting to shift that perspective. So what's the truth? Are eggs a healthy superfood that supports aging bodies? Or are they still a hidden threat to the heart and brain? Which become more sensitive as we get older? If you're feeling unsure, you're not alone. Many older adults are caught in the same confusion, torn between conflicting advice. And that's exactly why this video was created. Today, we're diving into the truth behind eggs, one of the most debated foods when it comes to senior health. Drawing from trusted scientific studies, expert insights, and careful analysis through the lens of geriatric nutrition, we'll help you answer the big question: are eggs a friend or foe after 65? Take a few minutes to understand what's really going on, so you can make choices that nourish your body, support your independence, and enhance your quality of life. And to truly know whether eggs are a safe superfood for those over 65, we need to take a closer look, not through opinion, but through science. Every nutrient inside that small egg plays a powerful role in supporting senior health, from muscles and memory to vision, immunity, and cardiovascular function. Let's break it all down, one piece at a time, to see why eggs might not just be a familiar breakfast item, but a reliable companion on the journey to living well in your later years. 1. Eggs, an ideal source of protein to prevent muscle loss after 65. After the age of 60, the human body begins to lose muscle mass at an average rate of about 1% per year. This process is known as sarcopenia, a natural, age-related decline in muscle. What makes it especially concerning is that muscle loss often happens silently. Yet it has a major impact on mobility, balance, and recovery after injury in older adults. The key to slowing down sarcopenia is getting enough protein, especially the kind that's easy to digest and highly bioavailable. This is where eggs truly shine. Eggs are one of the rare natural sources of complete protein. Each egg contains about 6 to 7 grams of high-quality protein, including all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own. Unlike red meat or other fatty animal proteins, egg protein is easy on the digestive system, an important factor for older adults. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging found that seniors with higher protein intake had better muscle retention, faster walking speed, and lower risk of falls. Adding eggs to your daily breakfast is a simple yet powerful way to support muscle strength, enhance mobility, and help prevent joint and bone degeneration as you age. 2. Choline in eggs, a vital nutrient for brain health and memory protection. Choline is a lesser-known nutrient, but it's essential for brain function, especially after age 65. It plays a direct role in producing acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter responsible for memory, learning, and focus. As we grow older, levels of acetylcholine tend to decline, which can lead to brain fog, forgetfulness, trouble recalling names, or moments of confusion about simple tasks. Ensuring adequate choline intake becomes critical for slowing cognitive decline. One egg provides nearly 30% of the recommended daily choline intake. And what's more, the choline found in eggs is highly bioavailable, meaning it's absorbed and used by the body more efficiently than plant-based sources. In a 10-year study conducted by researchers at Boston University, participants with higher choline intake had better memory performance, less brain shrinkage, and a significantly lower risk of developing dementia. Choline also supports the repair of nerve cells and helps reduce inflammation in the central nervous system, two key factors linked to Alzheimer's disease. Given that over 90% of American adults, especially seniors, fail to meet the recommended choline intake, eating eggs regularly is a simple and effective way to support brain health as we age. 3. Lutein and zeaxanthin in eggs, the dynamic duo that helps protect aging vision. Age is the leading cause of macular degeneration, a retinal condition that damages central vision and makes it harder to read, drive, or recognize faces. Two powerful antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin, naturally accumulate in the macula and act as internal sunglasses, shielding the eyes from harmful UV rays and blue light emitted by electronic devices. Eggs, especially the yolks, are rich sources of both lutein and zeaxanthin. What makes them stand out is their high bioavailability. The natural fats in the yolk help your body absorb these nutrients more effectively than when they come from leafy greens. So while foods like kale and spinach are also good sources, eggs offer a form that's easier for the body to use. A study published in Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate 4 to 6 eggs per week had significantly higher blood levels of lutein and showed improved contrast sensitivity, an important factor for safe nighttime driving. Including eggs in your diet doesn't just help preserve eyesight, it may also slow the progression of age-related retinal diseases, ultimately improving quality of life for older adults. 4. Vitamin D in eggs, supporting strong bones and a resilient immune system. Vitamin D deficiency is one of the most common yet under-recognized problems among older adults, especially during winter or for those who don't spend much time in the sun. Vitamin D plays a critical role in calcium absorption, maintaining bone density, and lowering the risk of osteoporosis and fractures, all of which directly affect independence in later life. In addition, vitamin D helps regulate the immune system and reduce chronic inflammation, which is linked to many age-related conditions including arthritis, type 2 diabetes, and even depression. Each egg can provide up to 10% of your daily vitamin D needs, especially if it comes from pasture-raised hens or hens-fed vitamin-enriched diets. When paired with other vitamin D-rich foods like salmon, mushrooms, or fortified dairy, eggs can help you maintain healthy vitamin D levels without relying solely on sunlight or supplements. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors with adequate vitamin D levels were less likely to fall and had better recovery rates after fractures. Including eggs in your regular meals is a safe, natural, and effective way to protect your bones and immune system as you age. Now that we've explored how eggs support brain health, memory, vision, and immunity, you might be wondering, if choline is mostly found in the yolk, and the yolk contains cholesterol, are we helping our memory while hurting our heart? This is one of the most common and long-standing misunderstandings about eggs. And it's time to set the record straight. Is the cholesterol in eggs really a threat? Or could it be a misunderstood ally? For years, cholesterol was labeled the main culprit behind heart disease. As a result, many older adults were advised to limit or even eliminate eggs from their diets. But modern science has brought new understanding to this issue. Here's the truth. Cholesterol in food is not the same as cholesterol in your blood. The human body, especially the liver, naturally produces cholesterol to meet the needs of our cells. When you eat more cholesterol from foods like eggs, the liver adjusts by producing less of it internally. This is a built-in balancing system that your body uses to regulate overall cholesterol levels. A comprehensive review published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating up to 1 egg per day does not increase the risk of heart disease in healthy individuals, including older adults. In fact, for some people, eggs may even help raise levels of HDL, the good cholesterol that helps protect heart health. The key isn't just how many eggs you eat, it's what you eat them with. A breakfast of eggs fried in butter, served with bacon and white toast, delivers a heavy load of saturated fat, salt, and refined carbs. These are the real culprits behind elevated LDL, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries and harms the heart. On the other hand, a boiled egg served with vegetables, avocado, Or oatmeal becomes a heart-healthy choice that supports long-term wellness. According to nutrition experts from Harvard University, older adults in good health, without heart disease or diabetes, can safely enjoy 5 to 7 eggs per week. For those with high cholesterol or on medication, eating around 3 to 4 eggs per week, along with added egg whites, can boost protein intake without raising fat levels. Here's a helpful tip to lower cholesterol while keeping the nutrition. Try cooking with 1 whole egg and 2 egg whites. This gives you nearly all the protein and micronutrients while cutting cholesterol by over 60% compared to using 2 or 3 whole eggs. The most important thing is to view eggs in the context of your overall diet and lifestyle, not just as a number on a nutrition label. When used thoughtfully, eggs aren't a risk. They're a quiet ally in supporting heart and vascular health. Even after age 65, eggs are not the enemy. In fact, if we understand them and use them wisely, they're one of nature's most powerful gifts, especially for the aging body. Inside that fragile shell is a compact package of essential nutrition: protein for muscle, choline for memory, lutein for eyesight, and vitamin D for strong bones and immunity. But whether eggs become your health ally or a silent risk doesn't depend on the egg, it depends on how you prepare, pair, and include them in your daily meals. Remember this: an egg doesn't cause heart disease, but how you eat it may determine whether your heart stays healthy. So if you're still unsure whether to include eggs in your breakfast, consider starting fresh, mindfully, gently, and with purpose. Boil an egg, pair it with leafy greens or a slice of whole grain bread. Swap out the butter for olive oil. Cut back on bacon. Add avocado, flax seeds, or tomatoes. These small, steady changes, repeated day after day, can lead to big improvements over the months, years, and decades ahead. Because healthy aging isn't built on one big decision, it's built on many small, informed choices made with consistency and care. If this video gave you a new perspective, a clearer understanding, or even just the peace of mind to enjoy an egg at breakfast, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with friends, family, and loved ones who may be caught in the same confusion. Thank you for staying with us until the end of the video. Wishing you health, joy, and confidence, starting with the first meal of your day. We'll see you next time here on Decode Us.